Hey YouTube, Piper Downs back with you. I hope I'm not showing my face too much today, but I just couldn't help but busting open this tin of this Honor blend. Loving it. So good. Smoking it in my Royalton. Captain Earl's Honor blend. It's good stuff. Reminds me of the Bayou Morning for sure. It definitely has some of those notes. But I wanted to show you guys what this stuff looks like out of the tin. Pretty sweet presentation if you ask me. One big old fat block of this stuff. It's just cool as heck. Smells wonderful. It's got a tangy, bright smell to it. And when I read this in my last video, I'll go ahead and read it again. It says, Captain Earl's Honor Blend is an all-natural stoved blend of red Virginias, mild Cavendish, Turkish, and Perique tobaccos, pressed in an old-fashioned crumble cake, specially formulated for the discriminating lovers of fine Virginia-based tobaccos. It's definitely a Virginia-based. And I can definitely taste the Orientals and the Perique. Now, what I'm getting is not so much as the Virginias. I'm getting more of a sharper, brighter, tangier flavor. And I think what it is the combination of the Perique. Oh, excuse me, I don't know why the heck I have this. I'm just watching some Sherlock Holmes. But the Perique and the Turkish are kind of at the forefront here for me, and I'm getting the spiciness of the Perique, and I'm getting, well, I would say the tanginess of the Perique. But I'm also getting that sharpness, that leathery sharpness that you get from the Orientals. It's hard to explain. But it definitely has some similarities with Balkan blends because of these Orientals for sure. You know, it's really just missing the Latakia. And this would be a Scottish blend if it had the Latakia. I like this crumble cake too because, you know, it allowed me to cut it to my specs, you know, cut it to the fineness that I wanted, which I like my stuff really finely cut. So I cut, you know, when I sliced off, which it just shaves off. It doesn't actually slice. But I shaved off really fine bits. Let it dry out for about 5 minutes just for good measure. And it has just been smoking like a dream. And I know everybody says that when a tobacco burns good, but this stuff is just burning wonderfully. I can already tell it's going to come down to a nice fine white ash. I haven't had any gurgling. I'm about halfway through the bowl. Excuse me. It's been a very dry smoke. And it is very much like the Bayou Morning, but the Turkish adds that little bit of delicacy that the Oriental tobaccos tend to impart. Makes it a little softer, a little smoother, a little less spicy. Kind of mellows out the Perique, I would say. You still get that nice Perique, that Cornell and Deal Perique flavor that I get from the Bayou Morning. I'm getting it here, but it's like that Turkish just mellows it out, just smooths it right out. And it's just, I mean, and I like that Perique as it is, but you know, the Turkish really kind of adds a little something extra, and it's nice. This is just a really good smoke. I can't wait to try the Night Watch. And I'm definitely going to be ordering the entire line of these Captain Earl blends. They have the Diamond Head. They have one called Stimulus Package. They have one called the Mystic, or the Mystic Mixture, or Mystic Blend. Um, 10 Russians. I think they have one or two others. But I can't wait to try the Night Watch. But man, this stuff is good. I don't know if you guys haven't checked out these Cornell and Deal Captain Earl blends. You should give them a shot. I like the crumble cake presentation actually. It's almost like uh, plum pudding in Mississippi River, except they don't slice it for you. That I like. I really do like that. And I like how they slice it for you with Mississippi River and stuff, but you know, it just because it makes it a little easier to deal with, but it's nice to be able to decide what you want to do with it. How thinly do you want it or whatever. And I suppose the special reserve plum pudding in Mississippi River, you can do that with because it comes in a big crumble cake, unsliced. Stuff burns cool. I've been pretty much chiefing on it, and I've been chooching, and it hasn't gotten hot really. It's a little warm, but it hasn't gotten hot. No tongue bite to speak of, which I haven't even. Well, I take that back. There's a couple of Cornell and Deal blends that have done that, that have singed my tongue slightly. But you know, I must say, I've been eating a lot of Jolly Ranchers. Last night I bought a bag, and I ate a bunch last night, and I think maybe that's why my tongue was a little bit irritated from that. I smoked some Bayou Night earlier. But this one is just really nice. It's got a nice, tangy, perique, bright, nice, bright flavor. It is kind of dry. It's not a super sweet blend. Like I think this would go really good with a cup of coffee. I might would do this in the morning, like the Bayou Morning. It's really good though. I like that they put the Turkish in there. Kind of gives it a whole nother character. Um, really does go good. Goes mighty good. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little bit of a first impression on this Captain Earl's Honor blend. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen these blends or this line of blends by Cornell and Deal, I suggest at least giving it a looking into it. I mean, you don't. I mean, maybe not. You don't even have to buy it, but I mean, at least look into it. I mean, they are good, and I hadn't heard of them. You know. And I'm glad that I did stumble across them, and I figured I'd just pass it along just in case. But anyway, as everybody likes to say, happy smokes and Piper Downs over and out.